It's Tressa. Hope you're doing well today. Welcome back to my channel. Well, today is Sunday here, and it's raining outside. I'd like to do my intros outside because it's better lighting. So sorry about the glare. I don't have any like special lights or anything like that, but I know I need to look into that. So today I'm going to make. Actually, I'm going to try to make 2 videos because I'm a little bit behind. So I apologize for that, but I still love cooking. I miss baking. It's been so hot here though. I really truly miss it. And also, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Today I want to share with you one of my favorite snacks lately. I had it years ago. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Renaissance Festival, but it's held in fall, and we always go to the one in Texas. I haven't been in a few years. But the first time I ever went, I think I was 18, and my aunt and uncle took my friend and myself to the Renaissance Festival, and they had these Scotch eggs, and they're basically a boiled egg wrapped in breakfast sausage and deep fried. But today we're going to use the air fryer. So it's really a good protein filled breakfast or snack or whatever. But you could also use alternatives to what I'm going to use. But I'm going to use breadcrumbs and flour. I'm sorry, I'm talking a little over myself today. I get a little nervous when it's been a while, but I made a video yesterday, just haven't posted it because I was sleeping all day. But I'm so excited to start cooking and sharing, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It's really delicious, and I like to use the hot Jimmy Dean sausage. You can use your favorite brand, but I'm going to boil the eggs in my new Instant Pot Ultra. And by the way, I know I told you guys about my other Instant Pot. Before I threw it, I didn't throw it out. I decided to order an extra ring. I think they call it a sealing ring, just to make sure that that's not what's the problem is, because if that's the problem, I definitely don't want to throw it out. And I could probably use 2 Instant Pots. I have nowhere to put them, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy spending time with me in the kitchen today. It's Sunday, so I feel like cooking today. We've been having so many appointments. We got a new roof yesterday, so I haven't had good quality time in the kitchen. Everything's been so fast, made very quickly, and I haven't been able to share any recipes with you. So anyway, I'm excited. Hope you're excited. So let's get started. And the first thing we're going to do is boil the eggs. Get a new phone. This phone is there's no home button on it, so you have to use your fingers for every single thing you want to do. So I get frustrated sometimes. I just keep swiping with my fingers because I get impatient. So this is the egg bucket that I have, and I put about a cup and a half of water in here. You know what? That's probably all the eggs I need, but you could also use a steaming basket if you want to. And there's also an egg setting on this. I'm going to use large eggs. It might be easier to use large instead of extra large, or maybe even medium, actually, wrapping them. Now, I've practiced this a few times. My husband and I made them together not so long before he left again for work. And there is a fly in my kitchen, and I apologize. I'm going to get it before the day's over. It's driving me crazy. I don't know what to do about them. I go outside, and when I come back in, I let them in accidentally. But I really can't stand them. They really drive me crazy. So I'm just going to put my eggs in here, and this will be plenty. And you can't put it in the middle, it'll fall. So that is 5. Actually, I would like we'll start with this. So I haven't decided if I like this tripod. The problem is it's rigged up with tape, actually. So if I undo it, I don't know if I can do it again the way my husband did it. So I've been working with it this way. I hope you guys like it. Let me know if you want me to change it back to where it sits on the counter. But I think you can see inside my pots pretty well. So let's put the lid on. You can also boil these on the stove. Now, I need my glasses. I have so many things that I want to make in my mind. So if I sound a little all over the place, it's because I am. But I want to make... I also need to do a no-bake dessert for a collab. I was tagged by Lori from Whippoorwill Holler. Okay, so it automatically goes to 5 minutes high pressure. Now this Instant Pot is different. This is what I have trouble with. I forget to press the dang start button. If you remember that, you'll be in good shape. But I like it. Is it a lot better than the other one? No. I mean, it has the yogurt setting. That's what I really always wanted. But you still have to do the milk on the stove. So anyway, I'll be back. We're gonna put some ice on top of these when they're done. And I'm gonna go ahead and get my little breading station ready, and I'll show you guys what I'm gonna use. I said that the eggs cook for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna do a quick release. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. I also was gonna say that, yeah, we've practiced them a couple of times, but being the person that I am, I used to be very organized when I was younger, but I haven't written one note down to say how long we cooked it for or anything. But anyway, it's gonna work out fine. You just cut it open, see it's cooked. It's gonna work out fine. They're so good though. And so anyway, I just want to tell you it's 5 minutes. Your eggs, I like my eggs boiled hard. I don't mind if they're a little overcooked actually. And I'm gonna, this is flour, and I put just a tiny bit of seasoning in here because, you know, the egg doesn't have any seasoning on it. So that's what we're gonna start with. And we're gonna dip them in flour. And then this is egg, this is 3 large eggs, just a splash of buttermilk and a splash of hot sauce, which is totally not necessary, but you know, just to make it more fun and more interesting. I like to season every layer, always have, just like it. You can overdo it sometimes. And this is plain breadcrumbs. And I like to work with the bread, mostly breadcrumbs. I'm gonna add just a little, I'm probably using too much, but that's okay. I might make some more. I'm gonna use just, the panko is not as fine of the texture as the breadcrumbs. So I kind of like the breadcrumbs better. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of panko. And you can add whatever your favorite is. Let's see, hopefully that's enough. And then I'm gonna add just a little tiny bit of flour. Probably about a tablespoon. And let's give that a stir, and then I can tell by the way it looks if I like it or not. I want it to be pretty fine with a little bit of crunch. But I want, you want your coating to stick well to your sausage mixture. And I'm gonna use 1 pound of sausage, and I probably won't use the whole pound. But remember, the sausage is seasoned already, which is wonderful. I love that sausage. So you have to be careful. You don't want to oversalt your other ingredients. So that looks pretty good. You can see it's pretty fine with just a few panko. I'm gonna leave my flour out because I'm actually gonna take my sausage. I'm gonna leave my sausage cold. I'm gonna put it in this bowl, and I like to add about, oh my goodness, about a tablespoon of flour to it, just to make it easier. I find it easier to mold around the egg. And anyway, I'll show you how we do that in a second. But the eggs have 1 minute left, so I will have my new tea towel I found the other day. It's got pelican, Mardi Gras, an accordion, beignets, a crawfish. I took my glasses off. Fleur-de-lis. It's got some cities: Monroe, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Big Easy, Lake Charles, which is the area I'm from. Let's move this out of the way. Anyway, I covered it up because of the fly. I almost had it. I was so close a while ago. This is the sauce I'm going to use. You can use regular. Anyway, I just wanted to show you my towel. I love it. But I don't know when I'm going to make some bread again, so I wanted to show it to you today. I put my pressure release on quick release. But I just wanted to show you, this is the amount of flour I'm going to put. I'm going to mix it with this hand because I have a Band-Aid on this. Actually, I'm going to get it. Actually, I'm going to touch it anyway with the Band-Aid hands. And I'm not putting on gloves. I find the kind of gloves I have, I think are the wrong kind. And I can't use my fingers as well. And I need to feel the thickness and anyway, I'm just not used to them. And I just don't like to wear them. If I don't have to, I'll just change my Band-Aid. So my meat's pretty cold. I had it in the section where in my refrigerator it gets extremely cold. I have like some cold spots in my fridge, and I don't want to turn it down because I like my drinks really cold. So that's it. See, it just looks the same. So now I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna actually put this under here, and then we're gonna put ice water on the eggs. I'm just gonna take this ice water and try not to break them. Uh-oh. cool for does magic. They're gonna peel easy. We might boil a couple more because we like to eat them a lot. They're really good. I shouldn't say this because I'm always too honest with everything and then I mess myself up. I could have like totally not told you guys that I haven't written one note down about the Scotch eggs, about how I want to cook them, and just played it off like I know what I'm doing. But anyway, I always tell myself. But usually this makes them peel very, very easily. So hopefully they'll be all eggs. I went ahead and peeled them, and of course, just because I said something, they're all right though. They have a couple. That one has a little bitty crack. You can see if you can see that. It won't hurt it. So I'm just gonna make sure they're kind of full all the way through, which won't take long. And then we'll get started. But that's where we are right now. I'm paused for a few minutes to try to get that fly, and we just haven't been successful. So we're gonna start anyway. I don't want my sausage to get too soft. So we boiled some more eggs. These were brown eggs, and these didn't come out that well either. So we're just gonna go ahead and start. Now, I was thinking, you could like dip it in a little flour and then grab some sausage, and I just want to try it. We don't usually do it this way. And maybe the sausage will stick better. So I'm just going to dip a couple just to try it. And I sprayed this with non-stick cooking spray. And I tell you, the non-stick cooking spray really browned my... So it's kind of a... Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to spray my hands with this. Or do you might want to wet your hands? Because this is really sticky. Sausage. And it's a little soft now. I maybe should have left it in the refrigerator. I just put it on my hand. I'm trying to show you. And I kind of flatten it. And if you want it super thick, you put more, but I don't want it super, super thick. So I'm just gonna take one of my eggs and just wrap it. I'm sorry guys, I'm not even in the camera, I'm so sorry. And if you don't have enough, just get some more sausage. But I think we gotta make it. Just kind of work it around. The first time I ever ate these, I was like, I thought it was a miracle. I was like, how in the world did somebody make these? I just couldn't believe it. That was before I started cooking, and you just kind of pat it. You want it to be a little even, even thickness all around. So that looks pretty good, covered. I'm gonna show you close up so you can see. It looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and we're gonna dip it in the flour. Wait, how did I do it last time? I think I dipped in the egg, then the flour. How to do it, Ella? Yeah, I think the flour. I cannot remember anything anymore. Yeah, I think we did it like this. Yeah, I totally forgot how to batter things. You want to be gentle. And here's my eggs, and then I'm just gonna take this little bowl, and this is messy. And I maybe should have gotten a bigger bowl, but that's okay. I'm just going to work with what we have and just pat it around. You want to pat it around where I hope you can see this. Okay. So you can get an even coating. That's why I like to use a finer textured breadcrumb. I find it just sticks a little better, and I like to add that. So that's one. And this one is actually quite big. So anyway, you could also put some green onions in here, parsley. So let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna grab some more sausage, and I might run out of. Even if I run out of sausage, we'll eat the boiled eggs. It's no problem. And I usually have more sausage in my refrigerator, but I only have one right now. I have one in the freezer, but.
You want me to defrost it?
You don't have to. We'll eat boiled eggs. You can make tuna or... You probably should wash your hand because now I'm getting breadcrumbs all in my sausage, but that's okay. So let's see if I can do this one a little thinner. I mean, I don't want it too thin, but... And like I said, it might be easier to just use a medium-sized egg instead of using large eggs. And your sausage will go further. I'll try to pat this one out. It takes patience, which some days I have a lot of and some days I don't have much. Unfortunately, I am trying to work on that. You can ask Ella. Sometimes I'm very patient, sometimes I'm not. But we all have something we have to work on, and that's one of my things for sure. And these are really large eggs. So I'm just gonna, I won't make you have to sit through all these, every one that I wrap. I just want to show you.
Do you want me to cut the camera off?
No, not yet. I'm gonna show one more. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's grab the egg that I put some flour on and just kind of work our way around. And just, there we go. Kind of roll it in your hand. And I'll tell you what, spraying your hands with that spray really helps. That looks good. So let's dip it in here. And I did, like I told y'all, I put a little bit of seasoning. The reason I wanted to put my egg in the flour first is because even though the sausage has seasoning on it, the egg has no seasoning on it. So I thought if I put a little bit of seasoning in the flour and then dip the egg first, I get just a little bit of seasoning on my egg. And this is very messy. If you're a neat freak like me, like I try to keep my stove so clean, but sometimes it's worth making a mess. It's fun to make a mess. And these are definitely worth it. So, I'm not going to fit, I don't want to overcrowd my basket.
We can probably fit about 5 in here.
Probably. I don't know if I have enough sausage for that many.
Oh.
If you wrap them really thin, you can make your sausage go further, but I like a little meat on my, so that's the second one. And you want to, shake off the excess. So that's how we do it. So, I'll be back when I finish this sauce. We got, I've kind of, look, that's a very good close-up. You're welcome. We did one with an egg and a half. We'll see how it comes out. But anyway, we always use boiled eggs. So I'm going to take this and just spray. I have one of those misto things. I just can't seem to work it that way. And when I turn them over, I'll spray them again. So let's put them in the air fryer, which is, right there. I actually am going to move it to the stove so you can see it better. I had to clean up this mess because I got crumbs everywhere. So, the tripod is a little high for me to be able to show you guys. But you can see, okay. Now, it automatically goes to 370. I'm going to do 360. And I'm going to start it at, I'm going to do it for 10 minutes. Yeah. And then I will, we'll check them and I'll show you what they look like. I'm not sure the total time, but I will keep track of it this time. Okay, this is what they look like after 10 minutes. Oh, they smell so good. Now, I'm going to flip them very carefully because I don't want to tear them with the tongs, but that sausage is pretty much set. It's not cooked fully. I can see on this, the one that I tried to do an egg and a half, I can see it. And there's one I messed up. That's okay.
Everybody makes mistakes. It's fine. It's still gonna taste
I don't.
good.
No.
No, it's still gonna taste good. So I mean.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. That's the one that I kept saying that had air in it. Like, anyway, we're gonna spray.
Did you forget this one?
No, I don't know. Did I? No, I flipped it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna spray them again. And I want the sausage to get brown. I'm actually gonna turn it up to 380 now. I'm still playing with temperatures on the air fryer sometimes, and
I'm sorry for the poor camera work. This tripod is.
I'm gonna do it
difficult.
Probably for about 7 more minutes, and they should be perfect. I just did. Thanks, Ella, I got it. I already had it at 380. Why'd you change it?
I didn't know.
Anyway, we're not on the same level, same wavelength today, Ella and I. We usually are, but today we're having a little difficulty. But anyway. One egg's gonna be ugly, but I'm still gonna eat it. Look like I put it up to 380. That's a close up. Just I'm gonna back it up now. But altogether, it took about 18 minutes. And then, you know, you flip them around. You want to put more spray if you want a darker color. I'm just going to put them on this pan to let them set for a little while and cool for a little while. And actually the one that, this one messed up a little bit, but that's okay. They're still going to be really delicious. But, you know, you always want your food to be like really pretty, but most of them are. Even the one that I did with the egg and a half came out well, so I'm happy. But this is what they look like, and they are so good. So, I'm gonna let these cool for a little while. Let my air fryer cool for a little while. And then we'll cut one open and show you what it looks like. And I like show you what I like to dip it in. I'll show you right here. Now, you could use a sweet dip. You could, sometimes I like, I actually like to use something sweet like syrup to dip sausage in. But sometimes when I eat these, and when you go to the Renaissance Festival, they have a stone ground mustard, but I mix these two and it's so good. So anyway, I'm excited to taste it so you guys can see what they look like. And I wish you could taste it, but you can't. But you can make them. I'm so excited. These, I cut one in half so it cool off so I could show you what it looks like. The sausage is cooked perfectly. I didn't dry it out. And there's a nice crust. And the egg is, see, it's not dried out either. So
Sorry for making you hungry.
Sorry for making you hungry. These are, you have to try these. They're so good. And it's a good protein to have for breakfast or any time of the day.
And they go good on a biscuit. It's kind of hard to eat though.
Well, first of all, you don't know how much I love that sausage. I just love it. And the egg and with the mustard. It's so good with this mustard. I mean, these are really, really good. And I know there's other videos of Scotch eggs out there. Probably in the air fryer, I'm not sure. But mine's the best. Of course.
Not to toot our
So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it's not too long. My intro was a little crazy, but that's just how it's been lately. So I was just letting you know. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more delicious recipes. I'll be excited to make a new video for you soon. And try these. They're really, really good. And I will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.